Hi guys, how are we? I hope we're all well. Just getting all set up here. Yay, this looks like it's working. Fantastic, we have picture. Sorry for the slight delay there. The hardest point of my day, of the lives, is always getting this screen set up so that I'm not completely wonky and it stresses me out every single time, but hopefully we've nailed it today. Well, ish. How are we all? Hello to Siobhan and Annalisa. Hello guys, I'm so glad you could join me. Hi Alice. We'll give everyone a chance just to join us, but I've got a couple of sets out here that you can see that I am contemplating having a little play with, I think. Yes. Just having a little drink of my tea as well. Hello Debbie, how are you? I hope you're all having a fabulous week. I've got a few things to update you guys on, a few little stories about my week. Hello Time for Tea Designs. Who's that? That's one of the design team, I'm sure. We'll just give, I can see people hopping on and saying hello, which is awesome. If you're new to watching, then please do drop a note and say hello. Hi Natalie, how are you? Because I love to know, who's watching and who we've got with us. You don't have to say anything else, just say hello. And hopefully we're going to have some good craftiness this evening. I am, like I say, I've got a couple of ideas of things that I'd really like to do tonight. And if we get a chance, I hope that I might get to do both, because I'm hoping that they're quite quick and easy cards, but famous last words, I always say that, don't I? And then they turn out not to be quick and easy. But I've done a tiny wee bit of prep beforehand, cutting out some bits of cardstock ready to use, hoping that might help us a little bit with time. So let's crack on, shall we guys? Let's crack on and see where we're at. So because I was a little bit in two minds as to how much time I might be able to spend with you tonight, because I've got a really sore neck. Let me pop on another light here. Sorry if this sends you a bit weird, but I feel like we might need a little bit more light to this side, just to illuminate us a little bit more. That's better, isn't it? That's a bit brighter. Lindsay, hello, joining us from the hospital. Abby had an operation yesterday and now we have the pleasure of a 2-week stay. Oh, Lindsay, sending you loads and loads of love. I guess one of my updates is that I haven't really been on social media. I haven't been keeping on top of what's been going on in the world in general. So I'm sorry that I've not seen that, but I hope that everything went well and that she's on the mend. That's the main thing. Yes, Annalisa says just crack on with it. You're being Ant tonight. Very good. Yes. So thank you, Claire. Claire says take care with my neck. That's really nice of you. I'm going to get my stamping platform out, because we're going to do some stamping. We're going to get some stamping done first up. And turning around in my chair, turning around is a little bit more difficult at the moment because my neck is really quite stiff. I'm trying to keep moving it because I know that's what you're supposed to do, aren't you? You're trying to, don't, try to avoid stiffening up as such, but it's really hard not to when it's so sore. So I've taken some ibuprofen So hopefully that will ease things. And I'm going to use the Happy Mail critters today because I've not used these for ages, and I do love this set. So I thought we'd make a little quick set with these little guys. And I love my little cat here. You know, I'm a big cat lover. Speaking of cats, I have Rosie with me. Now, this is an unusual time of day for little Rosie to be here. We're not normally given the pleasure of her presence at this time, so I have a feeling that she may get bored and want to go out. So we'll see. We'll see. So, positioning the stamps that I think I want to use onto my stamping platform here. Hello Monica, so glad that you could join us. And I'm going to use my Memento Tuxedo black ink. And well, Annalisa, thank you for your kind words. Neck pain is bad. Back pain and tooth pain are all horrendous. They absolutely are. So I think Ant and I seem to be like taking it in turns to be like the most in pain and the most injured. So he had tooth pain a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, and now I've got this neck pain. But those of you that have watched for a while know that I also have a frozen shoulder. Hello Marie, welcome to the crafty party. So yeah, I've been suffering with this frozen shoulder for about 18 months now. It's, sorry for the glare on the top of the stamping platform, by the way. That's one of my little studio lights that's you can see in the reflection there. But it's just when I'm putting the plastic cover back over the top, you get that glare, so just bear with. Lovely, happy with that. So yeah, so what seems to have happened is that my my neck pain has somehow made my frozen shoulder pain worse, which is not fun. And I mean, I feel bad talking about this when poor old Lindsay's Abby has been through so much worse. But yeah, it's not fun. So everything's been a bit of a struggle, and I've also taken, you know, the painkillers that I've got for my frozen shoulder. I have been not really using them as much because the frozen shoulder has been getting that bit better. But I've taken a few more of my my frozen shoulder medication, and it sent me a bit drowsy, shall we say, a bit sleepy. So that's not much fun. So right, let's have a look and see what we're going to do with our colouring here. So I'm going to zoom in for you a little bit so that you can see my colouring in. And I've already, like I say, I've already done a little bit of die cutting. So I've die cut my matte and layers here. And I'm going to make a little bit of, I guess, a bit of a snowy scene-ish, is my thoughts. Not snowy, but a wintry scene, maybe. That's more like it. Now, where's my other piece of cardstock? So, I'm going to create a little. So this bit die cut here, I've used one of the new, what are they called? The Slimline Hillside Scene dies. So it is obviously made to help you with your slimline cards, but you can also use it for regular size cards. So I'm going to make myself like a little bit of a land or a hill at the bottom here, and I'm going to do some stenciling in the background there as well. So do a bit of ink blending there, then obviously we're going to have our little characters here. And these, this is an A2 size card blank, an A2 size layering dies that I've used to cut out that mama and layer as well. So I'm kind of going for a bluish, cool coloured kind of a scene. So those are the colours that I'm going to use. Oh, hello there, cat. See, I told you we would get a visitor today. Hello there. Do you want to come and sit on your chair? Come sit next to me, because people don't want to see your big bum. Come on. Oh, purring. Hello. Come on. Come down here. What do you want? Sorry about this, guys. Come on, let's move you. There we go. You'll have to sit there for a bit. Sorry about that. We had a little interloper there. So hopefully she behaves a little self now. You can behave. So I'm going to... Oh, no. We're not going to behave. Come on, you. Get down. I knew that this would happen. She's so naughty. You want to go out to play now, don't you? Well, you're going to have to wait. Sorry, cat. Okay, let's do some colouring in. So this is our little raccoon, and I'm going to colour him in with some shades of N greys, the neutral greys, because these are quite good for doing. Oh dear, I'm going to have to shut you out if you're going to be naughty. People don't want to keep seeing your bum, as cute as it is. So just thinking about the colours for my my raccoon. I'm just going to colour in those eyes areas, the eye patches, and I like to do just like a little triangle on the head there, because that's what I imagine that they would have in real life. He's going to have darker paws, and then probably a little bit of darkness around the sides there. Colouring his feet. I don't know if he would have the dark feet, but he has now. She's settled down beside me for the moment, so hopefully she'll just head off to sleep now. So this is, oh, I keep hanging on to these instead of showing you the colours that I'm using. So this is the N5. Now I'm just going to use this on the outside edge of the eye area, because I don't want to cover up his eyes, because it is quite dark, this N5, and obviously I don't want to. This is a small image, so I don't want to go too mad. We don't need to go too mad. Hi Daniel, I'm so glad you could join us again. So let's colour this little guy in. He's so cute. So I'm just going over that dark colour with the lighter colour just to blend those edges in. And then I think he needs a dark nose, so we'll just go in with the N7 just to give him that cute nose. And then for the pink of his ears, bit of the R20. And a bit of pink to his cheeks, kind of cute. This is a really nice pink shade. I do like this pink. So I'm going to use the next shade up, the R21, because I think for our colour scheme, this shade of pink might work quite well. So if we go with kind of a pinky blue kind of a look, and I'm just using a bit of that pink, but I want to really just blend that out so it's really quite subtle, quite pale. That's cute. I like that. So because he's a little bit flat, I'm just going to use some of my warm grey 1 here just to add a little bit of shading around the outside of his head, and then underneath the tail there, and under his bum, underneath that that envelope as well. Just creates a little bit of shadow there, so it just gives it a bit of depth. Well, she's completely collapsed, which is so cute, so just asleep just like that. So funny. Perfect timing. Yes, Danielle, you were just in time to catch Rosie. Oh, so glad to see you all here tonight. So, what are we all up to? Is anybody else crafting along tonight? Let me know what you're doing. I'm going to have another grey kitty cat because of this cooler grey kind of situation we've got going on. So I'm going to use some of my cool greys on this kitty, which, you know, you wouldn't think that there would be so much difference in the different greys, but there really is. So and I'm tempted to do, I'm not going to do him all grey because I do like to leave little patches of white on my cats, just because it helps. I don't know, it's a little bit easier to colour for one thing, and I don't know, I think for me it just gives that little bit of more interest to the to the image. Couldn't think of my words there. Danielle says she's stuffing her face with a chocolate bar. Well done, you. And Laura says setting up to die cut an exploding hexagon box. Wow, that sounds exciting. And Natalie's secret crafting, I think that's you. And Alice says, yes, I'm stamping some ocean ideas for school craft classes. Very interesting. Very interesting. Yes, so while we're talking about secret squirrel type projects, one of the things the reasons why I have been totally you know, just out of the loop with everything that's going on in the world is because I have been working on secret projects also. So I have been working on the next release. I've been working on designs for that, as in card samples and so on. We will be taking those to Create and Craft as well, so I'm trying to get prepared for that. Very unsuccessfully, I would say, at the moment, because I am also working on probably the next 3 months releases, so November, December, into January releases, so that is taking up a considerable amount of my time because I've got a very narrow window to get those completed because of manufacturing time. So if I want to have them manufactured you know, in time for those release dates, I need to really just get cracking, to be honest. So yeah, it's quite a lot of pressure because I don't know if you guys are the same. You know, when you sit down to craft, then you've got to be in the mood, haven't you? You've got to be in the mood for it. If you're not in the mood for it, how do you know, if your crafty mojo's not there, it's quite tough, isn't it? So yeah, I can find it a little bit tough to just get going sometimes. Once I'm going, then I'm grand. It's the getting going that can be tough. So yeah, so that's what we're up to at the moment. I'm going to give this little guy a little darker nose as well, I think. Yeah, when you're on a timeline, it is, because you're kind of forcing yourself to be crafty, and sometimes you're just not in the mood. When for creating craft, says Annalisa, for the September release, they love you there. Oh, that's so cute. They do. We seem to be doing okay there. Yeah. Sometimes we do okay. So we will be on Create and Craft on the 12th of September. So do look out for us then. I'm going to give him a nice bright blue scarf, I think. So yeah, so look out for us on the 12th of September at, I think it's 12:45, if I remember correctly. But I will post about it nearer the time. The new release will be the weekend before on our website, so the 10th, I think it's the 10th of September. So that's exciting, isn't it? I feel like my little guy here, I'm going to do him in warm greys, but I'm going to give him like a little blue belly, even though I don't know what kind of bird he would be with a blue belly. Marie says, hope your neck with a hot pad feels a bit better. Yes, I have been putting a hot pad on it, Marie, and that, do you know what, that did work. That has worked a treat, particularly in first thing in the morning, because that's when it feels at its worst, I have to say. It's because you kind of stiffen up in your sleep against it, I guess, so it's much stiffer in the morning and it's very painful. So yeah, I have giving him a cute little blue belly there. Might be a bit too blue. I like it though. Yeah, that's cute. So needs a little yellow beak. Jessica says that her and her mum are crafting too and been working on her partner's birthday card. It's very particular. I don't like working in the stereotypical, and hopefully it's going to be very him. Oh, it sounds very interesting, because I know boys can be very hard to create for anyway, as we all know. So yeah, it can be a bit tough, can't it? Let's have a look at this blue. That looks like an absolutely cracking match for that. So let's have a look at this. That's not much lighter, is it? So let's try BO5. I cleaned all my art room looking for my mojo today. Is that you, Natalie? Looking for your mojo, bless you. I feel like this might need to be a little bit lighter. So maybe the BO2. Oh, Rosie, you are very cute. If people could only see how adorable you are right now. I wish I could move the camera to show you how cute she is. So I'm just using the BO2 just to lighten this the highlights of this scarf, although it doesn't seem to be that much lighter, but I'm happy with that. And then let's try the BO5 just to add a tiny bit of depth in some of these areas. You'll probably be able to hear her washing herself, because I swear she is the loudest groomer ever. So funny. We were, Ant and I we've been trying to do, you know, a little bit of meditation in an evening. Oops. To help us sleep. And we were doing, on YouTube you can find these like things to help you sleep, and they're really, really very good. The ones that we found were really cool. No, we're not coming back up here. Settle yourself back down. But we put this one on, and we were just getting all calm and relaxed, and it was really nice, and you know, just really soothing, and all of that, you know, good stuff, just dropping off to sleep. And then all we could hear was just washing herself so loud. It was very, very off-putting. Very off-putting indeed. So yeah, that was quite funny. So I'm just going to colour that heart in blue because I feel like it needs it. And then a bit of pink there, and then I'm going to go with some cool grey just to let's add the shadow from the bottom, I think, here. I mean, don't go overthinking your shading here. Nobody's really going to be too fussed. Like I say, they're small images, and we just want to make it look like, you know, there's a little bit of definition to them, but nothing too wild. So for our little box here, our mailbox, I'm going to do that in the blue as well, in a, I think in a nice nice bright blue, because I think it warrants it. That feels like, yeah, that's the one I want, the B00. So we're going to go all in, I think, and just do, so you guys have seen me do this a number of times. If you're new to the channel, you may not have seen me do this, and you may have seen other people do their colouring in different ways. As far as I'm concerned, there's no right or wrong way. It's what you prefer, it's what you feel comfortable doing, is what you should do. But I like to lay my lightest colour down first, because I don't always know quite where I'm going to put that shadow yet. So I also like to saturate my paper a little bit, because that really does help me when it comes to blending. So I'm just doing that little gap in the post box there. Got all my pens at the side of me to choose from. And so yeah, so this is what I really like to do, is to start with that darkest shade first, and then I'm going to add some colour around this outside edge, and I'm going to bring this quite a way out, because this is like the main colour, if you like, of my mailbox. So I've missed this edge right here, because that's going to be highlighted, I feel, and I'm treating this as though my light is on this side, so this side is in shadow. But again, please don't, you know, stress out about it too much. If you're somebody who's like a bit worried about colouring and stresses out about your colouring, you know, really don't, because nobody else is going to be worried about it when they see your beautiful card. I don't know why that lid didn't want to go on there. So I'm now going back in with that palest blue to blend out that edge. And I'm using, it's probably worth saying, I am using our Time for Tea Designs alcohol card, which I know a few people did purchase this during our sale. So I also should just do a little shout out as well to everyone who purchased during our pre-bank holiday sale. It was amazing. Oh my goodness, we were absolutely just floored by the amount of orders that you guys kept us really busy with, but we love it. Hello Paula from Costa Rica, how the devil are you? So again, I'm just going to do that same technique now, where I'm not going to go right to that edge, but I'm not going to go all the way in with this darker colour now, because this is really adding my my shadow. So I'm just going to add that to that area there. I'm going to add a little bit around the top here and down this edge here, a little bit there, and in that that little letterbox as well. So now we go back in with our mid-tone. I don't know what I've done with this lid. For some reason it's been a bit awkward. I'm just going over the edges of that to blend that together. And same there. And I'm just using that flicking motion. If any of you have done any of the colouring classes, you'll recognise these brush strokes that we're using. It's the same sort of brush strokes that I use pretty much all the time, because they're really effective. So that's what we do. I'm just going to add a bit more blue to the inside of that little heart, because I felt like it needed it. And then I can just blend that out with that paler blue as well. That just gives it a little bit more depth. Right, so let's pop those away. Every colour of grey out in the world. Pop those away. Cat's back. Here she is. Oh, I'm sorry, kid. I knew you shouldn't have come in. What do you want? You put your bum right in the screen there. Come on, down here. Come on, swish. Swishy, swishy, soon. Boing. She's the star of the show today. Right, so I'm going to zoom back out and we're going to die cut these, and I'm going to have to get rid of the cat. Come on, you. I know you want to go out to play now, don't you? But you have to wait. She'll be fuming. Right. Oh, I love her to bits. She's so adorable. She is super fluffy and super cute. But yeah, she's picking her moments, isn't she? So I definitely want a few more of these letters. I feel like some of these letters just knocking about the place is going to look really cute. So really easy to do. Let's just stamp out a few more. She is so fluffy. She's too cute, but I knew she'd do this to me, because she really just wants to be out playing. And she normally doesn't come in until quite late. So yeah, I've made a bit of an error. But of course she wanted to come in, didn't she? Just as we were about to start doing the live. Ant's at work, he's on night, so he can't help me. So she's gonna have to stay in for a bit. Right, so let's colour these in the same way that we coloured the others in. And I don't know if I'm going to use all of these, I might not. But it's worth having them as backup. Because I feel like they might make a nice bit of decoration around my card as well. So we did what colours? Oh, I put them in the wrong place anyway. So I'll probably be able to hear her just like running around like a lunatic in the background now, because she's been trapped. In and held in against her will. So in other cat news, Clyde, bless him, is still having problems with his teeth. I don't know if I mentioned this to you guys before, but he's well, I know I've definitely mentioned the fact that he's an old boy of 19 now, and he's yeah, so obviously he's struggling with his teeth now at his age, and he's yeah, he's got really bad kind of gum disease, I think now is what they're calling it, but he's too old to go through any kind of anaesthetic, bless him. I won't want to put him through that at his age. So so yeah, so he's we're just trying to manage the pain for him, because when it's painful he can't eat, and like you said, Annalisa, tooth pain is the worst. It's so bad for him, bless him. That is very odd. And whenever we go to the vets, even though they've seen him a few times now, they go, is he really 19? Yes, he is. Bless him. And he's got 3 legs as well. And they're all like, what? I can't believe it. It is definitely too dangerous for him. God love him. And 17-year-old has got his first flea. Oh no. Siobhan, right, Siobhan says, I can leave you for just a minute or two to let her out. You won't mind. Would you mind if I let her out? I'll just leave you looking at these cute little characters, and I literally will be 2 minutes, because she'll be a nightmare otherwise. I'll be back. I'll be back. I'll be back. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm back. Oof. Wow. Oh dear. Oh, right, I'm out of breath now. Run up and down the stairs. So when I was in my other office, which was in the what used to be our garage, obviously the door was right next door. I also could have just let her out the window actually there. Now I have to run downstairs to let her out. So, just catch my breath a bit. So, yes, Annalisa, you lost your dear little kitty, didn't you? I'm so sorry. I just really just don't know what I will do. I mean, you know, whenever I take this also annoys me about the vets. Whenever I take him, you know, because of his age, they'll say, oh, well, you know, maybe you need to think about putting him to sleep. And I'm like, but he's fine. You know, he is actually really, really fine, apart from his teeth are hurting. So please just help him with his tooth pain. Don't write him off yet. But obviously as they get older, you know that you kind of know that it's coming one day, but yeah, I don't want to think about that, because it will, oh yeah, you may not see me for a while when that happens. I'll forewarn you. I don't know what will happen to me. So talking about nicer things, because we've got a cute cat here, and by the way, she bolted straight outside. She could not wait to go out. little fluffy bum. So let's pop these through here. Both of your other cats, Bella and Luna, are in your craft room waiting for their supper. That's so cute. Carefully remove these because this washi tape is very good. Who likes washi tape? Who's a washi tape fan? Who would like some Time for Tea designed washi tape in their future? That's a sneaky snorkel, isn't it? Yes, there are some very exciting new products coming very soon. You're gonna, yeah, I can't wait to share them with you because they are so exciting. That goes with that one. They are very cute, aren't they? But yeah, I would hate to be allergic to them, Maria. That would be so bad. But this is why you just need the little critters stamps, because you can't be allergic to them. And you can just create cute cats to colour in instead. So yeah, and we've got a new release as well. It's a mini release, this one. 3 stamp sets, 2 stencils, and a standalone die set in this set. So it's a smaller release, but it's so cute. You're gonna love it. And then the following month is when we're going to be sharing with you a really big release with lots of exciting new products. Some very different for us, for Time for Tea. So yeah, some products that you will have never seen from us before, and I'm really excited about them. Really am. So, and I hope you will be too. I hope you'll like them as much as I do. It's been a real labour of love, passion project, shall we say. I try, Annalisa, I try to come up with something new as much as I can. It's so hard because it's such a competitive market, you know, and there are so many different wonderful designers out there. And just when I think I've come up with something new, somebody else has already done it, and I'm like, oh no. But I guess that means great minds think alike, doesn't it? So, and I will just do it with my own Time for Tea spin on it, I guess. She's left all the little fluff all over my desk. Thankfully, they are not allowed in the warehouse / packing area, the little cats. So don't worry about that if you are allergic. It is a pet-free zone. And our new offices will also be a pet-free zone. So Annalisa says it's so competitive, especially in the States. Not sure if it's the same in the UK. Well, I think it's slightly different in the UK. I think it is still very competitive, but I think the product selection is quite different, and I think we at Time for Tea is quite different from that point of view in the UK. So still very competitive though, because you know, when people are thinking about spending their money, you know, it's hard because, you know, people have got limited funds to spend, and the fact that, you know, so many people choose to spend their hard-earned cash on Time for Tea products is just, honestly, it's the best feeling in the world, and I'm so grateful for it. It really does make me so happy. You know, that's why, you know, when we had the sale and I was just like, wow. And then, you know, we're getting more and more people from the States finding us now, especially since we're now with Simon Says Stamp and stuff. So, you know, the fact that we're getting more and more people finding us and enjoying what we do is just, it's just the best thing ever. It really is the best thing ever. And it makes it all worthwhile. It really does. All of this, you know, late nights, packing orders and late nights designing, and yeah, it's just best job in the world, really. Best job. And Ant says that about his job, because he does love what he does, which is, so we're both very fortunate, to be honest. So now I've got all my little characters. Let me show you all of these now. So I use my little mini die cutting machine to cut these out, because for these little images, I think it just works, so the little machine works so much better. It's not as noisy for you guys to have to listen to as well, which is always good. So now we've got to create our background. So I'm just going to scoop those to one side, because I want to make my little background scene. And like I said, I've got this little bit of floor here, which I've just cut out of some like scrap piece really of cardstock, and I've just used this I guess slightly sloped bit of a die, and I'm just going to trim this. I've just lined it up, and then I'm just going to trim it along the back where I want it to go. So that will just sit there at the bottom, which is really cool. And then I'm going to do a little bit of, like I said, a bit of stenciling in the background. So I'm going to get my silicone mat here. Is anybody doing anything nice for the bank holiday? So I know for you guys in the States, there is no bank holiday for you guys, I don't believe. But for us here in the UK, it is the last bank holiday before Christmas. So we need to be enjoying this. So I have the Slimline Seam Builder stencil here. So again, this is for slim lines, but we can use this on any of our cards really. So, and I'm just gonna, I want to create a really nice pale blue sky. Now I did think then I had this little image of doing maybe a salvage patina, but my first thought was tumbled glass. Yeah, that's not yeah, it's not blue enough, so I'm going to go with the tumbled glass because I want to keep it really quite subtle in the background here. So let me think, where shall I start? So this is where my, so I'll just start around here, I think, and get my blue brush. Labour Day on the 6th of September. Maria's confused. Who is Ant? And are you his sister, Annalisa? So Ant is my other half. Oh, so you've not seen Ant when he's been on a live with us then, because he's very funny. But he's yeah, he doesn't often get to come on the lives anymore because of his job. So he works as a firefighter, and he often works nights. So he's either just got off a night shift, or he's about to go on a night shift, which means then that he can't join us, unfortunately. So yeah, but he when he can, he does like to join in. And I definitely need to get him crafting one day. Claire says she works Sunday and Monday bank holiday, or not, lol. Oh right, okay. So yeah, I think Ant's days off have fallen quite lucky for him, that he isn't going to be working the bank holiday, but we will be working anyway because we've got so much to do for you know, for the new release and such. So I'm just going to darken that one up. Now you see, I was going to go for kind of a nice subtle little background. I always end up doing it a bit heavier handed than I intend to. I can't do the lovely subtle backgrounds that, you know, Natalie does, or one of our previous design team members, Elaine, was so good at a soft, subtle background. Ant is very, very funny. We miss his antics in the lives. I know, he is very funny. He's very naughty though, you see, so I have to watch him sometimes because he can be a little bit non-PG. How is it now out there from the COVID-19 vaccinations? So, Maria, it's Ant's actually, speaking of the vaccinations, he's had his second vaccination today. So that's really good news. We are hoping to go away very soon. So end of September, we the store will still be open if we do get to go away, but we will not be around because and there'll be no lives during that time because we're going to Ant's sister's wedding in Greece, which is you know, obviously the first holiday we've been on for quite some time, and we're very, very excited about it. But you know, it's not forced to happen yet. We've not fully confirmed whether it will take place, but we are very hopeful. So I'm just going to give this a wipe down and give my stencil a clean as well. So Natalie says she doesn't put any ink on her brush. I just don't clean them and use the leftover ink. See, that's the way to do it, isn't it? But I always look at it and think, there's no ink on here. There's no ink. And then there actually is, isn't there? So, but I'm happy with that. What I'm thinking with this piece is to add a little bit of a pale grey, like the pumice stone, just to give it a little bit of colour, and it will match in with the rest of our images as well. So let me have a look. Which brush have I used with a little bit of grey? My grey brush. This one I've used a little bit of purple on, but I have cleaned it off, so it shouldn't have any purple on there. No, that's good. So I'm just going to use a little bit of the pumice stone, and I'm going to try and be as subtle as Natalie. I am channeling my inner Natalie here, so I'm not putting any pressure on. I'm just going to let the ink do its thing. And Annalisa would like to go to Greece someday. Have a lovely day in Greece and the holiday, of course. Yeah, so we really, really hope that we get to go, because it's, see, I'm quite happy with that. For me, that's subtle. That's nice. Don't do any more. Stop. Because if you weren't checking me, Natalie, I would do more and it would be too dark, but I'm happy with that. Let's put some of these away. Oh, where can I put them? I'll put them there, and I'll just clean this again. So this is starting to come together, but I do need to think about a sentiment. So just roll that mat back up. So in terms of the COVID itself, though, I think that from what I understand, although I've not really been keeping on top of the news, like I say, I've been a bit AWOL. Cases are increasing. There's a number of like holiday destinations in the UK that have put in extra restrictions because because of it, and so yeah, it's a little bit worrying. So we've got these little guys here. Oh my gosh, they look so cute. And we've got the little, I didn't cut that one out too well, so I'm just going to use this one instead. So this is the one that my little cat's going to be holding, I think, there. And then I feel like we could have a few more just kind of hanging about the place. We've got our little birdie there, although I think our little birdie might sit on top of our sentiment, possibly, and maybe just tuck another one just there. So we've got a few little bits and bobs, and then I wanted to do a sentiment from the so this is the Happy Mail gift card add-on set, which has got all these really cool sentiments dies. Now I don't know whether these might be too big for our background. That's the only thing. So we've got a happy Happy Mail that could go across the top as so, like that, and we could have maybe some of the little letters coming off the top of it there. If I maybe moved that there and did that there, maybe that would work. Yes, I quite like this. So yeah, that could work. And the happy has got a little bit of an outline die to that, which might work. Or we've got the sentiments that are actually in the set. But I quite like this. Yeah, I quite like this. And you could also have the like a little secondary sentiment of thinking of you at the bottom there, which I think would be kind of cute. Yeah, I quite like that. So let's try this. I've got some of the same blue cardstock that I've used in the background. So I'm just gonna cut some of that, and I am thinking whether I might layer this with some white, possibly, but we'll see. I'm going to cut the outline in that blue and have the main lettering in white. There's a few little bits that I've not poked out of that one. There we go. So I need a bit of white. I'll just cut down a bit of white. There. And these are also the perfect size to just go. Oh, excuse me while I try and turn my whole body around, because I can't turn my head around. So we shall, can I get them both through? I think we can get both of those through at the same time, which is awesome. And like I say, I might do the Maria's still feeling a bit dizzy, I see. walking with a rollator pushing wreck. Don't know how you say it. I think it's like what's the word? Somebody help me. I know what you mean, Maria. I know what you mean. I can't think of the word for it either at this moment in time. So let's get the happy through there. It's like a walker, isn't it? I wish my brain worked some days. It'd be so helpful. Actually, I'm going to use that bit of I'm going to do a bit of white, I think, for that male as well. So that's my happy, and then we'll pop that male through again. I'm glad you are feeling a bit better though. You just need to take it easy, take it steady. You'll get there. With persistence, you will get there. Persistence and patience. That feels like a very important thing, I think, when you're recovering like that, to try not to run before you can walk, kind of thing, as they say. Okay, so we'll just poke out some of these bits. I have seen a few people just showing some techniques and tips for where you get like little bits of, you see you get these little fine bits. I don't know if you can see that on camera. There's some like little fine fluffy bits on the edge of your die cut that you get sometimes. Depending on how fibrous your cardstock is, you can get that. I tend to just like try and just poke those out with my poke tool here, because they're not too bad. I don't let them worry me too much, but I know other people use things like your purple tape, you know, your low tack tapes to try and do it, or even a sand eraser to get rid of it. So my little happy fits on there, which is really cool, and then we'll have the male to go underneath. But like I say, I might do a little bit of layering of this so that it stands out, and the blue isn't so blue. But I could do it the other way around, so that the blue is on top, maybe. That could also look quite cool. Brain fog. That is me, brain fog. Especially with the, I've been taking codeine for my frozen shoulder, and I do think that that gives me serious brain fog. Okay, I'm quite happy with this now. So what we're going to have here, if I can pick all of this up without dropping it, I quite like, maybe the blue would look good, so that it does stand out a little bit. But I very much like the blue and white kind of situation. I'm feeling that. Okay, let's start sticking some of our layers down then. Okay. Oh, and am I thinking of you? And I think I'm going to do that directly onto this here. So I'm not going to move that. I'm going to move all of that though. I'm going to get my the stamping platform. Oh, my neck. Ah. I'm going to open this up. Do you know, this has been so nice, everyone, to do this, because like I say, I have been fully in the zone doing my doing some designing, and I've barely looked up. You know, Ant will say I've probably not even spoken to him for about 3 days, because I've been fully in the zone. And yeah, it's just nice to do some crafting with some older products that I've not used for a while, and yeah, I love it. Love that sentiment. That looks really cool on our bit of background there. Let's put these away, and then I can feel myself stiffening up here. I think I'm going to layer these flat, so I'm going to get some of my oh no, you have fibromyalgia, so there's often everyday occurrence when you're getting really tired. That, yeah, that it's also a sign of being very tired, isn't it? The brain fog. It definitely is. So first layer down, or is it a mat? I don't know. You have a mat and then you have a layer, don't you? So that's my mat. I'll hold that up a little bit further. And then my second layer, and again I'm just using a bit of my liquid glue for this bit, because it just helps me line it up. And those layering dies perfect for cutting out the perfect layers for your A2 or your A6 size cards. This bit I want to pop up because I think that's going to look cute popped up. I don't want it to be too thick, so I'm going to use some of my foam pads that aren't too thick, although I think these are thicker than normal when the ones I normally get, but they're spot on. They'll be absolutely sound, I think. So these ones, I have to admit, are probably just from, where did I get these from? It's either the Pound Shop here in the UK or the Works. So I'll just pop that on there. And then let's have a look at my little characters. So this guy's going to need a bit of tape, bit of the foam on the back of him. So I just need to make sure I'm positioning him in the right place. And I don't mind if these guys kind of go off the edge of here, because I think that does look kind of cool. So I think he's just right there, isn't he? So, and he's going to need a couple of these on the back, and then probably a little bit of this on the bottom. I love this background. I really like this background. Really pleased with how it's turned out, actually. So where did I say? There's my little raccoon. I think I said about there, didn't I? About there. Big grand. There we go, and he stands up nicely. And then this little guy is going to be here. And this little guy can be down here. And he needs to hold on to his little letter that he's desperate to post. So I'll put a bit of glue on his paw, and then we'll put the letter in his paw there. Cute. I'm going to chop up some, oh, I've already chopped some bits up actually. I think I wasn't going to pop these up, but now I've come to look at it, I think I want to pop them up because I think they're cute. So some of these are going to be kind of like hanging around here, weren't they? Where was I going to put them? I was going to put one up in the sky, like hanging off the top of there, and then one kind of just tucked behind him there. Decisions, decisions. Okay. This is the really fun bit, isn't it? Where we try and work out where we want everything to go. The male, no, I don't like that. I was thinking, oh, shall I have the male going down, but it just feels weird. It feels weird, so maybe not. I don't know though. Anyway, I'm going to add this to that background because it's bothering me that it's moving around, so I might as well add it because we know we're going to be layering this one up. Oops, so let's just move this up here so you can see what I'm doing, and I'm going to position my H first because as you die cut them they do kind of stretch a little bit and squidge up a little bit, so I'm just going to use my pokey tool to just help me position that where it needs to be. And because I've used that liquid glue, any bits that have squidged out, they will dry clear, but I can also just clean them up a little bit with my my pokey tool. So my second card I don't think we're going to get time to do, and I don't think that my neck is up to it, to be honest with you, but I will save it for next week because it's a good one and I'm dying to do it. I'm excited to do it. So that's the happy, and then the male. So this will help me figure out where the rest of it wants to be. Male, come on. I feel like I might need to layer this up so it pops up a little bit. So rather than have the shadow, I don't think I'm going to do the shadow. Come here. But I think I will cut it out a couple of times just to layer it so it pops a little bit more. And then we can have our little bird sat on the L there. Cute, I like it. Okay. Oh, I can't pick up any of my letters with my daft nails. So I could use this this white mail that we've done, but I don't really want to see the white on the edges, so I am going to cut that out in blue and I'm going to save that. So let's just cut another little bit of the blue, and I'm going to cut a couple of them because I do like to lay things up. It's cute, isn't it, Danielle? I didn't know quite where I was going to go with it, but I'm really happy with it. I think it looks cute. I'll just pop it over there, and we could have another little. That's quite cute. We've also got another little heart there. Oh yeah, that's quite cute. Just thinking what could go in this bottom corner, because I don't think it needs another one of those, but maybe they can stack up in front of the box there together. That might work. Yes, that's quite cute. Oh, I'm getting carried away. Stop it. Right, okay, let's get my little die cutting machine. Get our mail. Maybe you can do the blue embossing powder. Oh, yes. So where the blue embossing, where to do the blue, I can't say blue emboss, I want to say blue embossing powder now because I'm saying blue. So where do you suggest the blue embossing powder for? That would be really cool. I think I would. I don't think I have any blue embossing powder. Wow, that's really hard to say. Is it because I've taken medication? Is that why I can't say it? or am I just daft? I think I'm probably just daft. I think that's what Aunt would say. I'm just daft. For a shimmer maybe, yes. Very nice idea. But yeah, I don't think I have any. I don't think I actually own any blue embossing powder. That's interesting. I've got most other colours. I've got greens. I've got like the speckled egg type colours, that kind of thing. But I don't actually have any blue, so that might be something that I need to fix. I do actually need to restock on some embossing powders actually, so that might be a job for the next few weeks. So I'm just going to layer some of these up to give them a little bit of extra oomph and extra dimension. So again, that glue is perfect for this. Obviously you don't want to add too much, but if any of it does squidge, you know it's going to dry clear, so it's fine. So this is the Cosmic Shimmer glue. I just dispense it into my own little pots because I like the fine tip applicator on here. For doing jobs like this, it's perfect. So we did have some of the fine tip applicators in the shop, but I think they sold out quite quickly. This is also a good idea, darling Joe. You're so sweet, Maria. You are sweet. So how are the crafting projects going on, Jess and Claire? How are you getting on with your other half's card, Jess? I can't wait to see it. Your projects are always so interesting and different, very unique. They're great. They really are. It's very hard in this this market, I think, to be different and unique. So if you've got a unique style that suits you, then you should definitely go with it, I would say. So this is building up nicely. So this is our Bluebird cardstock, and it's a really nice weight. I think it's about 240 GSM, I would say. Not knowing off the top of my head exactly what it is. So Claire's onto the Halloween again. You must not stop your chats, Maria. Of course you must not. We love hearing what you're up to. Messy, fun, a bit odd, but it's experimental for sure. Experimental is the way to go, though. I love a bit of experimentation. And Maria, please don't stop chatting to us. We love to know your ideas and what you're up to. everybody's just watching and crafting along and listening to what we're rabbiting on about. So I'm going to add these two here with a bit of this liquid glue, I think. Claire's using the new Tim Holtz collection. That's very, it is very spooky. I find Tim Holtz styles a bit, it's not cute enough for me. You know, as you know, I love a cute critter. So some of his stuff can be a little bit too grungy for me. But I do find his stuff so interesting. So so yeah, there's definitely things in there that intrigue me, and that I think you could apply to cuter crafts. And obviously, what would we all do without his oxides and distress inks? We'd be lost, wouldn't we? We'd be absolutely lost. I know I would be. So you see me use them all of the time. So I've put them on there. Now that probably need a double behind his head. So I am going to just try and squeeze another one behind there. Love cute and love grungy. That's it. Well, that's it. You don't have to... Oh, no, I've lost my little bird. Don't want to stick him down there. You don't have to be exclusively one or the other, do you? You can definitely mix and match them. There, that's better. Feel better now. But yeah, nearly lost my little bird. So, this guy, now, we can pop this on. I think I'm just going to use liquid glue for the happy. And we're going to pop that at the top there. And then the male, just squidge that up ever so slightly, just so that there's room for the male. And the male is going to pop up really nicely here. Now my issue is going to be making sure it's straight. I think we can do it. And I think I'm going to start with the L. So cute. Marie says I only have the Tim Holtz ink. Stay a bit safe about that. Yeah, same here. I've not really tried anybody else's. I do have the VersaFine Dew Drop inks. I think that's what they're called. I don't have many of them. I feel like maybe I've put that too far. I'll just move that up a little bit. So obviously my little bird needs to sit comfortably on top there. I'm just gonna, while the glue is still a little bit wet, I've been able to just smush that to one side. A little bit of that cardstock just flaking off a bit there as well. Jess says she loves the card is looking adorable and loving the blue coordination. Dan says I love the way you've laid up the word male. I must try this. This is just the best way of getting dimension, Danielle, to your letter die cuts and word die cuts, because trying to put you know, little bits of foam on the back of them is so difficult. So you've basically, you're making your own little chipboard letters here, or words if you're doing it with the words, because you could, the happy, we could have done the same with the happy and laid that up a little bit more. I feel like I might have done that a little bit high up now. I might not be able to move that L because it's fully set. It'll be good. It'll be good. It's all good. That's what happens when you're doing things. It's very effective and adds quality, says Daniel. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I do think it does add a bit of something extra. I think I would have put the male a bit lower, preferably, but it is what it is. It is what it is, as they say. So let's add my little, I feel like I do just want to add him flat to the back there, sat on top of the male, and then this, I don't know whether to have it just floating in the air there or overlapping the M slightly. Might have it overlapping that M a little. It feels right. And when it feels right, it feels right. Jess says she loves Gritty Tim and Cute Joe. That's cute. That's really cool. I like that. I like that. Gritty Tim and Cute Joe. I don't mind being described as that. That's quite an achievement, I feel. So I'm really liking that. I feel like this corner feels a little bit lost now, but I think the way to combat that is probably with some little drops. I don't really think I have anything else in here that is going to work. So there's a few other little stamps, little hearts and things, which we could add in there, but I really don't want to over fussy it, if you know what I mean. So we've already got quite a lot going on, and sometimes, you know, it is okay to not do anything else. What do we think to that in the bottom corner though? Just another little envelope there. I think that might look quite cute. That might just finish it off a little bit. I'm going to go with that because I think it just finishes it off. But I'm not going to pop it up. I'm going to... And we've got it left over, so let's just do it. It looked too blank in that bottom corner, didn't it? As you know, and I can't do less is more, Marie, though. This is the thing. I don't do less is more. This is my problem. So, final touches. I've got my black glaze pen. I've got my white jelly roll pen. Really tempted to do some dots on these. But, again, I don't want to overdo it. You know, I don't want to push it. I'm thinking about doing maybe a few like little highlights on there, because, you know, I do love that. I've gone for it, I've done it, and I like it. I like that. Okay, we did it, we went for it. So a highlight across the top there. I'm going to do a highlight across there and a little bit across his head, a little bit down his bum there. Cute. These guys are so adorable. I do love them so. And a little bit across there. Yeah, I think that works. What do we think? That's cute. Oh, and some highlights for our little birdie as well. Happy with that. Claire says, your colouring is always fab and inspiring. Thanks to you and Jess, mine has improved so much. Oh, that's such a lovely thing to say. I'm so, so happy to hear that. I love that. Thank you, Claire. It's just, you know, it's so nice to you know, to know that I suppose some of the things that you're doing really do hit home with people, and that people enjoy them, and it helps you craft too, because that means then, you know, that you can recreate anything that you see me do, and I love to see you doing that. So yeah, that really does make my day. I love that. Thank you. So I think we're done. I absolutely love this card. I think it's so cute. I love the blue and the subtle pinks. It's not something that I'm normally very good at, so it's been good to just stick to those three colours really, the grey, the blue and the pink, because it's really helped me tone it down and not get too busy with my colour scheme, but there is still a lot going on in the picture, which I think is really cute. Love this stamp set, the Happy Mail Critters. Love the Happy Mail gift card add-on set as well. There's so many cute bits in that you can use, and I'm really glad that I added those little highlights to the mail, because I think that works really well. Danielle says, this may be one of my favourite cards you've done on a live. Oh wow, thank you so much, Danielle. That's such a huge compliment. I'm going to zoom in to get a really good view of it, because I think I'm pretty proud of this one as well. Super cute. I do love to create a little scene, and I haven't used this set for such a long time, so it's nice to pull this one out and have another go at it, another play with it, because you forget that you've got them. And I think I said this last week that I have so many stamp sets now, it's so hard to choose which one to play with. So yeah, I'm glad you all love it as much as I do. I'm glad you've enjoyed the live. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Marie says, wow, greetings to Aunt from me and have a good evening. My something runs out, so till the next time. I think that must be your battery. See you soon, Maria. Danielle says, oh, cute. Annalise says, love it, so beautiful. Oh, guys, you're so kind. You're so awesome, and you're so awesome to spend your Thursday evening with me. I will have the replay up on YouTube at some point tomorrow, hopefully. So if you've missed, if you're just joining, you've missed the live, you can watch the replay here on YouTube, but also on here on Facebook, but also on YouTube. Do say hello and add a note and let us know what you know, if you've enjoyed it as well, because even if you've not been here live, I'd love to know that you guys have enjoyed it. Thank you for all of your well wishes. I am going to go and rest my neck, probably take a few more painkillers, go and see what the cats are up to, and try and get some rest in, so that I can get all of those new designs completed for you. Thanks so much for your time tonight, guys. Have a really lovely bank holiday. Have a great time. Enjoy all of your goodies if you bought from us in the sale. I hope you get a chance to use them this weekend. And we'll see you all next Thursday for another Facebook Live. See you soon, guys. Bye.